What up, big
What's
brother?
happening? What's happening? I'd like to welcome everybody to another episode of Leave It on the Court with me, Jay Dines, and my
Yeah,
bro.
Ines.
Today we're gonna talk about this good All-Star game coming up. Gonna talk about this Pascal Siakim trade. We're also gonna talk about New Orleans, and we got a special treat for y'all, special guest. So, with that being said, brethren, start off with these New Orleans, man.
Yeah, these New Orleans Pelicans, actually, I'm kind of excited about them, man. Um, and the reason why I'm excited about them because we hadn't heard much about them. That's a
Yeah.
good thing. Zion been staying out the news, and he's been playing. So, um, for this particular segment, I want to go ahead and bring in the bro, all the way from Louisiana to talk about his New Orleans Pelicans. So, T Streets, if you can get up to the show, sir, I would appreciate that very
So
much.
with it, so with it, one of our first guests, one of our, what I'm saying, first participants in the Leave It on the Court, what I'm saying, story. So let's get him up in here.
Hold on. Coming in.
Hey,
What's good, fellas?
Streets, there
there
you go.
he
What
You
it do?
you're a hard man to get a hold of, my brother.
Man, I
You
know it's been a
know?
minute, man, but we here. We here.
Yeah. So how you been, bro? Happy
Oh,
holidays,
man.
happy New Year's, you know.
Man, bless, man. Happy New Year's to y'all, too, and the fam, bro. I'm doing good, man. I'm back up on my feet, man. Just still in this rehab, getting his Achilles right, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Okay,
want
that's
to
what's
ask you
up.
about that, man. Are you back? You back sprinting yet? You back cutting? You
Not
Shit.
yet.
not
Not yet,
yet.
man. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give myself about another month, man. Month and a half before I try that.
Yeah, take your
Don't.
time,
Yeah, I
man.
was
Bring it
like,
back. We
don't
old,
rush
you
it,
know what
G.
I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Don't rush
It
it.
take a minute to get back up in there.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what we thinking about these New Orleans Pelicans, man? What we
Ah,
thinking?
bro, they've been looking good, man. They've been winning the games they're supposed to win. That's all you ever kind of want to see. But in my humble opinion, man, I wouldn't make any moves as of yet. I'll kind of, lay low for just a little while. The issue is their stars, man. Like even though Zion is playing, even though Brandon is playing, they're not playing consistently like stars.
Mm,
Like CJ or somebody can have a good 20-point game and then drop off to 15, 17, or 8. You can't have your
mm.
stars doing that. So
No.
as long as the stars come and play like stars, they'll stay in that 1 through 5, territory. But anytime that inconsistency comes in, bro, like you're looking at 9, 7, a good hard first round battle, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
right now, I think they're playing well. Like the bro said, man, Zion is on the court. He's out the news and he's on the court. You
Yes.
know.
No more
Exactly.
porn stars right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
I've
no world star problems.
Uh-huh.
what I've been noticing so far is that it seemed like they ramped it up after the in-season tournament. Like they had that pretty bad loss, honestly, to the Lakers in the in-season tournament.
Hmm.
And since then, they've gone 13-6 in play. And
Hmm.
like you said, winning the games they're supposed to win and whatnot. And I was going to ask you, you kind of mentioned it. You don't think the New Orleans Pelicans need to make any changes before All-Star break? I mean, before the trade deadline?
It all depends on who you can get and who you have to give up. I'm not really worried about what you have to give up, is who you have to give up.
Okay.
You know, I'm not giving up CJ, of course. I mean, that's just,
Right,
he's
right,
completing the team right
right.
now. He's playing. And there's so many key role players that they have that play their roles. So it's like
Yeah.
you don't want to get off one of those guys who are role player. And you're hoping your stars play like stars. I'm not giving up BI or Zion or none of them, man. But as of now, like I said, you just need to start. Like it ain't no coaching. Coaching is doing his job as well.
I
It's
agree.
really your stars, man.
I
What do
agree.
you think
It's really your two-star
of
player.
what if you think what do you think of like a Clay Thompson trade or something, bringing him over to New Orleans or something big like that?
Everybody trying to bring up my Clay Thompson, man. Y'all don't leave my guy alone.
Hey, hey,
Well,
Like,
bro,
I've
Clay
been
won't out,
listening
man.
to some of the some of the people that talk basketball say that
yeah,
change of scenery might be good for brother.
That's why I keep
I
going,
believe so
man. Like
too.
I was just saying.
everybody wants a piece of
I'm
Clay
just saying.
Thompson, man. If he's so
No,
bad,
no,
why
but
everybody
on
want
the
him?
real, on the real though, on the real, the Orleans stars do need to become more consistent. They seem to be. I still, even though they're winning games, I still don't think they quite found their identity yet.
Fair.
I still don't think they have the person that, hey, this is who we going to win the game. You
Yeah.
know, once you start getting into that point, that's when your team start becoming more complete. Once you start realizing who's going to close out the games and stuff like that, then you
Mhm.
have a more complete team. Giannis, at this point, he needs to step up and be that guy. He's the most unstoppable player, I think, on their team. Bi has his moments, but Bi also has those moments to where, if they get up on him, he seems to like falter a little bit. Zion is they need to run the offense through him. And I think he's one of them dudes from high school, Duke, everywhere. The ball was ran through him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I think when I was telling y'all earlier in the season, it was kind of like treating him like Wimby, like staring them off, not getting them into play and stuff like that. And that, as a young player, that can mess with your psyche. And so
Facts.
I think they should try at least to try to make him the focal point of the offense, even though Bi seems to be the older player and that's the player they like to go to. I think to build Zion's confidence and to keep him up here and not, going up and down, they need to build the offense around him. You know what I'm saying? The dude is like Larry Johnson 2.0. He can score on
Yeah.
anybody he wants. And nobody at his position, his particular position, that can stop him. It's people at BI position that can stop him. And it's in his ways, it's easier to shut down a small forward or somebody on the wing than it would be to stop somebody in the low post. So I feel like they
Agreed.
should try to start letting Zion back people down, get them off some of these pick and rolls. The thing that I think that they need the most, if they were to trade for somebody, they need to trade for a real point guard. Somebody who can throw it up there to them off the pick and roll, give them a
Agreed.
bounce pass off the pick and roll, because they don't have a true point guard. Even the little dude that be stealing the ball all the time, Griffith,
Alvarado.
whatever his name. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not a true point
Yeah.
guard. He's a spark plug. He's the dude that get in the game, get the crowd hyped, do a couple of steals, stuff like that. But he's not setting up your offense.
I
You
wouldn't
know
even
what I mean?
I wouldn't even have to go after Clay Thompson. I'll try and go after CP3 again. Bring him home. Let him close it out there in New Orleans. You're right.
Huh?
Get your identity together.
Yeah.
Zion should be the focal point, the star player. Bi should be the
Yeah.
closer. That's more his
Yeah.
role.
There you
That's
go.
more what
That
he's
sounds.
been comfortable at. And I think Bi is trying to be the star right now. And it's like, bro, that's tough because you weren't a star in LA, so now you want to be a star in New Orleans because you got downgraded almost.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not your role.
No.
Your role is the closer because you have a more fluid game. You can
Yeah.
play inside out, you're lone. Zion is a powerful player, man. Play through him, get 20 points early, let him get beat up early. Late on the
Mm-hmm.
game, like LeBron, he can kind of take that
Yeah.
pass
Cause
approach. When you send a double,
yeah.
now kick it.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Exactly. Because by then he'll be getting double. If you're running the offense
Hmm.
through him, the defense will be more focused on him. And I think he's a pretty good passer. So I
Yeah.
think that if once they come down on the double team, you put Bi in the right corner, boom, because he's a good corner 3-point shooter. You know what I
Him and
mean?
CJ,
So
and you have a dynamic where in the fourth quarter you're not tiring out your players. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's real. That's real. That's real. But
I
New
got
Orleans,
I got a
they do
question.
have all.
Mhm.
I
Okay,
got
go
a
ahead.
question. Hold up. T. So
Yo,
just from a fan's perspective, just looking in, who's the leader
okay.
of that team?
Has to be Zion. Has to be
I know who.
Zion.
Okay, so who's the leader and who should it be?
Bi
Z-
Bi 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 is the leader of the team by default. The
well,
leader of the team. The leader
even more
of the
than that,
team.
uh,
What's up?
I'll say CJ.
I
CJ
was
is the
gonna say the
actual leader of that
leader.
team.
Leader. He's the
Okay.
voice. He's
Hmm.
the common presence in
I'm
a
the
lot of
active
those.
vet, the vet that
Yeah,
get minutes. I'm the active vet.
yeah. Bi wants to be that guy, but he's not vocal. You know, like you said, he needs
Yeah,
to just step up in the times where he needs to step up. Fourth quarter, look, we need you to turn it up. Even though you got to get him involved during the game, but we should, like you said, we should run the offense through Zion.
yeah,
CJ should be saying that. Like, look, man, let's
yeah,
get the youngster the ball. Let's get
yeah,
him hot. You know what I mean? Bi, you gonna get yours. You know, regardless, you
yeah.
know how to get yours. You've been doing this. We need to get this
And
youngster hot. And it also playing him and running the offense through him and keep his weight down too, because
yeah,
he's getting the
exactly.
ball all the time. He's moving around. He's always in motion. And I see too much standing in the corner, standing at the top of the key with Zion. You know what I mean? And that'll
I think
contribute to other factors too.
Bi is so afraid, man, that he's gonna get moved again. I believe at this point, he's trying to establish himself. If I was him, I'd play as that closer, just that dominant closer every game. Get my 13 points in the fourth quarter, just dominate it. That way, if David Griffin has to move you, he can move you somewhere like to Dallas or somewhere that needs that style of player. But right now, man, he wants his own team so bad that, bro, you gonna end up in purgatory. You
You
know?
know, man, that I ain't gonna lie, that Olympics hurt his bid for
Yeah,
being in
yeah.
there.
His
You know
stock
what I'm
went down.
saying?
His
That
stock went
his stock went
down, man.
way down at the Olympics because the way he started off and the way he ended, that showed a lot. And then it was on a world stage. So I know that has to be doing something to his psyche a little bit. That's probably why he pushes so
Absolutely,
hard. You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
I like what New Orleans has been doing, especially since just the in-season tournament. Like I mentioned earlier, they since the in-season tournament, they moved all the way up to second in defensive rating.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's the
Zion been
coach.
getting, Zion been getting a
that's
couple
coach.
blocks per game. With Trey Murphy and Herb Jones, they got great point of attack defenders, and
That's
Bi
why I wouldn't.
Bi's
That's
been
why I wouldn't trade nobody. That's the main reason I wouldn't trade nobody because Herb Jones plays a unique role for that team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just can't let him go unless you bring in something that's going to take you over the top.
yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
haven't heard nothing on the trade front as far as them. They're a young team, so if I
Hmm.
was them, I would be trying to do like the Oklahoma thing. Keep your young team together, let them play with each other. Now that you finally got a healthy Zion, maybe hopefully
I,
you can build some chemistry. It is before All-Star, so we still got a whole second half of the season.
the only
I wouldn't be
teams in the
too quick
West,
to rush.
the only teams in the West that I'm really like solid on staying in their positions, even moving up, are going to be the Clippers and Denver.
Hmm.
Because and maybe the Suns because of the way they've been playing lately, they're gonna start moving up a little bit and staying staple in where they are in their positioning.
Hmm.
Timberwolves, I trust you, I don't trust you. OKC, I trust you, I don't trust you. Even my Pelicans, I trust you, I don't trust you. You know, like those teams are the
Yeah.
teams that after some moves happen again, just like the Lakers last year, teams gonna start coming for them. You know,
Yeah,
that play
yeah,
ain't gonna be tough in the West. It's gonna be
yeah,
tough.
The whole
yeah.
Western Conference gonna be tough, man. I'm just looking at it. Currently, the Pelicans are sitting in fifth place at 25-18, and they got the Clippers, Nuggets, Thunder, and Timberwolves in front of them. But the Pelicans beat the brakes off the Timberwolves twice
Yeah,
since the in-season tournament.
That's a
So,
bad matchup for Cat.
yeah, they match up well
Zion,
with them.
Zion, Zion is a bad matchup,
Yeah,
dude. He is a
yeah.
bad matchup. And
And and
it seemed like
And
when he
Ant
see
don't do
other
good
power
against long
forwards,
defenders. That whole team is long, and Ant
yeah.
can't do that well against long
But
defenders.
yeah, when he see other power forwards that's supposed to be like in his little realm, Zion step it up. I will give him that. He like,
Mm.
I gotta show this dude. Like, especially Cat. Cat's so tough.
Yeah,
So, you gotta
everybody eat
do
cat.
that.
Yeah,
you,
I feel bad for that boy. For
y'all,
real. I'm
what's
serious.
up? Talking about that like
Cat
that.
Betty. Cat Betty.
Hey,
it's tough
I
on
tell
him.
you this, I ain't gonna forgive y'all damn Pelicans for beating up on my Warriors the way y'all did, man. Y'all dropped 143 points on us, man. I don't know what the hell that was about.
Unfortunately, everybody's beating up on the Warriors right now, bro.
That
Like
that
it's a
felt
punching
personal.
bag right now.
Man, they the
Yeah, it
Warriors, man.
was. It was.
Everybody. I don't care what anybody say. The Warriors are gonna be. It can have one of the worst records. Teams is gonna show up for them because it's them.
Because
You
it's
know what I'm
them.
Yeah,
saying?
Because it's them.
So it's like
yeah.
the only people that didn't realize that is the Warriors.
Facts.
Like that
Facts.
seems to be the only team that hasn't realized that. Like, dude, it don't matter y'all 35. Y'all might feel like, hey, why come at us? because you the 4-time champ. You the
Champion.
most recent dynasty in the league.
Yeah.
You know, it's all
And,
gas, no brakes
and
against y'all.
all
Straight up.
three of y'all are still there. The big three are
Yeah.
still there. You
Yeah.
know, I
What
gotta
they
get some. I
That's
gotta
rebuild?
get some payback.
yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get some payback.
See, in the league, when you a player, it's not looked upon as the same as these reporters and stuff. You know, some these reporters like, oh, you're beating up on an old team, a bad team. The players just like, nah, them dudes. So anytime I see Steph, anytime I see Clay, I don't care if they 0-12.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
on that helmet, straight up.
Just,
Pause.
that's just like
But
Josh said, man. The only one I want to catch is Bron. Like there's certain pillars in the league. I want to catch their bodies. I want to
yeah,
catch their heads. I'm on their neck. Man.
yeah,
So
that's true.
it was
Yeah,
good
yeah,
seeing y'all get your revenge against the
yeah,
Lakers too.
cuz
Yeah,
right there,
yeah,
yeah, ain't
yeah.
nobody gonna feel sorry for us. That's real. Ain't nobody
Mm-mm,
gonna feel sorry for y'all.
Yeah.
They come in there, it's
mm-mm.
like the Bulls when they was on when they try to catch them. Cause really, I ain't gonna lie. Even though I hated the team broke up, they lucky they broke up what they did, cause they would have been the Warriors. You know what I'm saying?
But
Cause everybody would have been coming for Mike and all them. You know what I mean?
and
So
see, I feel bad for
sometimes,
New Orleans because New Orleans is just like Denver. If New Orleans go on a mad run this season, let's say we do make it to the finals or even win the finals, you will get talked about marginally because everybody's still gonna talk about the Warriors and the Lakers. Like what
mhm.
happened to them this year? Like
But that's
how hard
good
was it for them to get through?
though. Being under the radar sometimes going
It's good. Yeah,
into the playoffs and stuff could be good because all the teams when you come to play them they write you off as a team an easy win. But
right.
then when you a first seed and you gotta play them or a second seed and you gotta play them, that's more they dangerous because y'all ain't been paying attention to us so much. You know what I'm saying? So
Big facts.
yeah,
Big
yeah.
facts.
I
Yeah.
did see that.
If you got a good coaching, you got good coaching.
If you got good
Green ain't
question,
no joke, man. He was destined to be a good coach, and he got that demeanor like he don't take no crap. Like you know what I'm saying. So that's the kind of
um,
coach. I don't care what anybody say across the board, football, basketball, baseball, whatever. When you got a coach that's a no nonsense coach, they tend to pull more out their players because he's a players coach. Also, he don't take
Facts.
that crap. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So he's somebody you can walk up to a player and be like, nah, bro, you playing trash. Like you need to
I've
step
been
it
in the
up.
locker room. You know, that's why
Yeah,
players play different for a coach who's been in the locker room because
yeah,
you know how to
yeah.
get out of me when I'm coming in there and I'm BSing a lot. You know.
And he younger,
right.
so he can relate. You know, he's not one of them
Mhm.
OG 67, 57-year-old coaches. You know what I'm saying? And it's because sometimes that can be like scratching a chalkboard when you start listening to them so much and they steady preaching ball pro, do the screen harder, make that pass harder. Like, dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Right now, throw
Talking
us some
to a brick
DMX
wall.
and just let me throw us some DMX. You know what I'm saying? Tell us what we need to run and let us get at us. Sometimes you just need players to let players be players in order for them to find their niche. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So, yeah, I think that's what
Facts.
the problem with San Antonio and stuff like that. They got all these old heads back
Okay.
there talking all
You
that
think pop message
old
ain't hitting home
school.
no more?
Nah,
Got
Uh,
nah,
got you.
uh,
because you know what I'm saying. You can only do pick and rolls and backdoor screens and stuff for so long until players is like, are you watching the league? Ain't nobody doing that no more, bro. It's like 1-4 down, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We got this dude. He's 7'6". Everybody just move out the goddamn way, like you know what I mean. And he steadily trying to make him, no, go down to the block, throw a screen, come off the pop. Like, come on, bro.
You have to have the perfect parts for that. You
Yeah,
have to have the perfect parts.
yeah,
I mean, like people don't get a Warriors credit enough because they had the parts to
yeah.
make that system work. That flex offense and constant motion.
Hmm.
You have to have the parts for that, man.
Hmm.
Shooters.
right.
Yeah, yeah, and the kind of
Shooters.
offense that they run, that's what makes the Pelicans so good
Hmm.
because they run a wide open offense, this newer
Yeah.
style offense. But like I say, with the coaching at moments, you need to, you got to, take it back to the early 2000s, late 90s and stuff, to where you do run a play for this specific guy. You know what I mean? And no,
I
Ti
need
or
specifically you to go and get me a bucket.
exactly.
Specifically
We
you.
Exactly.
gonna run this play for you.
Yeah.
So
And shout out to them Pelicans for breaking their franchise record for most threes made in the game against the Charlotte Hornets, man. 25 threes made. They was on fire.
Yeah.
T, what you think about
Yo.
this Pascal Siakam trade, big dog?
Woo. Talk about a good one. Talk about a good one, man. Like I got mixed feelings about it at first. I was thinking like, okay, it's a splash, but is it big enough? Would it be the one to take you, to the Milwaukees, to the Phillies, to the Bostons? And I thought about it. OG Anunoby is out there in New York now, so New York got to figure it out, be a little different. I do think
Mm-hmm.
Indiana is going to make that run. I think they're going to jump up to about that 4 seed and compete with Philly for that 3 seed because they already showed that they were a thorn in these top seed sides already. And that's with Bruce Brown coming off the pine. Now you got OG sitting out there playing good defense, can kind of move and get his own shots when he need it. Can play
Right.
somebody like Giannis. Man, they gonna give boys fits, bro, in the East. They gonna give them fits.
I'm gonna call it. They're the OKC of the East.
Yes, sir. I agree.
That's what Indiana is.
What do you
I agree.
mean?
Because they got they say Gildress and Tyrese.
Sure.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
they got Pascal. He plays like the Williams, and you know what I'm saying, both of the Williams. Then you got from top to bottom, they pretty much match up from a young center. They match up there, power forwards, they match up there, small forwards, they match up there. Everything down matches up. Okay, see, they got Buddy
The best thing Indiana did was keeping their center, man. Oh, that's the best thing they
keeping
did.
Buddy.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody
and
says.
Buddy.
Not losing Buddy in any of these trades is a big deal. You know what I mean?
And,
Because this
and Rick Carlisle can
goes
coach.
lights out. Yes.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, Pascal fits his mentality perfectly.
Yeah.
He's a defense first dude. He talks on defense. He's like KG without the cussing. Because if you watch the Toronto game, Pascal's the one calling out the back doors. He's the one putting people in the positions and stuff like that. I've seen, a couple of games with Toronto even when he was playing with Kawhi. He's the one that's getting everybody back on defense. And when you got a young team like that who likes to play defense, and then you got somebody who can put you in the position to play defense, that's a lethal combination. And with the East being the way it is, so wide open.
Yeah.
This trade can turn the tide from 7-8, 6, 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? 5, 4. They can jump anywhere between there and there with the East being the way it is from 5 and down. So,
and as many people gonna say that they don't have playoff experience, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but that in-season tournament run gave them the type of experience they need for when the playoffs gonna come. How to turn it on, how to lock in, how to feel like that's who is gonna help the most that in-season tournament. Yeah. Teams who haven't figured out how to lock in yet, that made a run like that, a stretch run in the middle of the season, it gave you everything you needed as far as mojo. A good momentum going in. You made a good trade. Man, they got the splash they need. They really gonna be the sleepers of the East.
Indiana, man, people gonna sleeping on them, man. They might be like I gonna say right now, but if they keep Pascal, they gonna be a lot of people dark horse. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because they can creep up on somebody for real, like creep up on them for real. And I like their mentality. I like the fact that they're young and they like to share the ball. Ain't nobody trying to be the man. They already established the thing that we're just talking about with New Orleans. They have established who their star is, who's going to be their closer, who's the guy that has the ball. You know what I mean? And the number 22, how you say, Mathurin or whatever?
Yeah, Mathurin.
That dude different. That dude is different.
Yeah.
He different. So he's to me, he's almost like a Anthony Edwards with just he haven't quite got the mentality yet. He just ain't got
he's still fitting in his role and he should just go ahead and explode.
Yeah. But they need to put the ball in that boy's hands. You know what I'm saying? It should be him and Tyrese. That dude is different. That dude.
And see, Tyrese is such a pass first option, even though he's a scorer, that is dangerous, man, because every series that they're going to play in, he's going to find some type of route to win. I'm either going to be a strictly passer, I'm going to be a strictly scorer. I'm going to find my way.
What was
lane.
What was kind of cool was I think what this in-season tournament did for, in particularly the Pacers, is it exposed their weakness. They couldn't
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
anything in the paint.
Mhm.
So what they did is they turned around and went and got Pascal Siakam and put him with Miles Turner.
Mhm.
So it was exposed early on in the season, and like a boxer, they made an adjustment.
Mhm.
Now we got some defensive presence in that paint.
Mhm.
So it's going to give definitely Indiana a puncher's chance in the playoffs.
They
And
better
I agree.
re-sign this dude. They better keep this dude.
Oh, they will.
He fits their team
They will.
perfectly, and he can go from anywhere from from 2 to 4,
I
and
mean,
he can play all 3
basically, they said
positions.
that he held out for Indiana because him and Tyrese have a
Okay, there you
relationship.
go.
So yeah,
yeah,
he held out for
yeah,
Indiana.
Yeah, and
yeah, because
they still got players in rookie contracts and stuff like that,
So
where they ain't got to pay
th-
nobody yet. So that means they
their
still got
rebuilding
room to
process
bring a
was so
star.
quiet. It
Yeah,
was one of the most quiet rebuilding processes I've ever heard.
that's why I
Ever
say
heard.
like OKC, they over there accumulating draft picks and picking up
Mm,
young good players. Like they're not
yeah.
picking up young players who just average players. These youngsters is good.
If this
Like you know what I'm
team
saying?
get a
So
chance to jail for another year or two or something like that, they've taken the place of New York and Miami. New York and
oh
Miami
for
has
sure.
they fell off the
For
map to compared to this
For
team.
sure.
yeah,
Miami most definitely, even though you always gotta keep Miami up
Jimmy,
there because they
yeah, Jimmy.
somehow, some way Miami keep a squad. But I'm really shocked that Miami didn't get it. I'm really shocked that Miami's not making none of the moves and haven't been landing none of the players that they've been shooting for. So that's
None.
a whole nother story. That's something we gonna have to talk
They
about.
missed out on
Cause
Dame, OG,
yeah,
Siakam, everybody,
yeah. What's
everybody.
his name? Pat done lost his little magic dust over there, man. Nobody
Yeah.
want to kiss the ring no more, dog. What's going on
Hey,
over
just
there?
just just go ahead and keep putting the numbers up in the rafters, man. You put UD the other day. Just wait till Brian come and just keep putting
Yeah,
the old numbers up, man.
that's pretty much that's all they got left. That's all they got left. He
That's all they
retired,
got
baby.
left, bro.
No more
That's,
rings.
no more
We get
rings, bro.
numbered. We
Retire the
wrap it.
jerseys,
Let's
man.
go.
Yeah,
how y'all
yeah.
feel Toronto did in like on this trade market? They end up, they ended up with Emmanuel Quickly, R.J. Barrett. They got 3 first
Bruce
rounders
Brown.
from Indiana.
Well,
Like,
they gonna have to build through the draft because nobody wants to actually go to Toronto. So they have an opportunity to be another OKC type team to where they can, if they draft well, they can become a good team. Because like I said, with the East being so wide open, there's no telling who can come from the bottom to the top. East ain't really got like the West. Like the East got maybe 2 teams at the top, really, that's really crazy. Milwaukee, Philly, and maybe one other team under there. But for the most part, that bottom 7 or whatever, that's up for grabs. So
I think it'll be hard
Toronto
for
can make a
Toronto.
real.
I
I
think it'll be
don't think
hard.
so.
I think Masai, I think
Quickly
Masai Majiri
good.
going out. I think Scotty Barnes eventually will get tired of being up there by himself.
I don't
It's gonna
think
get hard on
so,
him at some
bro.
point. I don't know.
I don't think
I
so.
don't
I think with
think
this team they putting together right now with these youngsters and
they're gonna have to
just
draft well.
getting everybody
They're gonna have to
buy-in. That's
draft
what I'm
well.
saying. I was
um,
just
Yeah,
gonna
they're gonna
say
have to draft
if
well.
they draft well, they're gonna have a high pick. They have a lot of draft picks. Also, they can make moves
See,
with trades because of the picks that they have. With the picks that they have, they can make moves for those trades. So, they might get a player like a Kawhi type thing, somebody who don't really want to come to Toronto, but we got you for a year,
yeah,
and we're gonna use your ass. You know what I'm saying?
a rental, a
So,
quick rental.
you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Straight up.
yeah.
So they got the pieces and the ability to do that too. You
Somebody
see
who
what
just
happened with
somebody who
Kawhi?
just can't get to the destination they want to get to. They go there for
Yeah,
one stop to move on. Okay,
boom, just
okay,
like they did with Kawhi, they got a ring out of
okay.
that.
Yeah,
You put one strong vet with all them youngsters and Scotty, man, you can pop up from 10 to 6 real quick in the East.
I'm I'm gonna go on a limb and just say but for right now, I think Indiana won that trade. Like desperately, Indiana won
Oh,
that
for
trade.
sure, because they didn't lose nobody big. They didn't lose
And those
anybody.
and those picks
They
really
kept
won't
their
mean much to
core.
them. Yeah,
Yeah, they kept
yeah,
their core. Like you said, the picks ain't gonna really mean that much because they already got their core. So he didn't pick their draft. He ain't starting anyway.
that's
So
why I'm worried about Toronto because 2 of those first rounders gonna be this upcoming year. And so after those are gone, if you don't draft well on those two, you're really traded for one first round pick.
Well, this
Well,
draft got some pretty good players coming out though.
and they
So
did get a first rounder from New York as well for OG
Oh yeah,
Anunoby.
yeah,
yeah.
So
yeah.
But
they
New York's gonna finish high, so that's gonna be a low first rounder.
that and that's what I was gonna say. Both
Both
Indiana
teams,
and New
yeah.
York, their first round picks should be like 15 down, like 15, 16, 17, 18, like as far as their first rounders, but they are still
But I
first
mean,
rounders. They won't be
when you got
lottery.
Jokic and players like that that's coming in the early second round, the draft position don't really matter no more, except for the people who are trying to get paid in the top five. You know what I'm
Whoever,
saying? It matters for
whoever
the
trying to get
teams.
Bronny so they can get Brown to come in his latter
Yeah,
years to get that payment.
yeah. But as of so far as draft positions and players, that's pretty much starting to go out the window because as
Hmm
of late, the lower rounders have been the players that people need to work, look out for. It's
I
some
got,
of the
I got.
resurgence that
I
Anthony
think the
Edwards,
league has put it back to the point, man. You remember in the '80s when the Celtics would win, but they've already traded for that pick, and so they'd have the first pick in the draft. Like
yeah,
the lottery tried to take that away, but I think it's coming back. Like
yeah.
you have a team that's going to win a championship that's going to end up with like the number one pick or something because of these
Well, I
trades
mean,
where they're happening.
well, the NBA gotta
Mm.
protect this. We gotta protect this money, man. And that's always what it was from the gate when it came to that type of thing. Like if you
That's
look
what
at,
that's what going to open up the league for Vegas and Seattle to be more expansion teams
yeah,
because those teams are going to start stocking so much more. They're going to need some
yeah.
expansion teams.
I would love to see a Seattle Supersonics team. I used to
Same,
love their
same,
jerseys and everything.
same.
I
And
I,
used to love
I
it.
think bringing them in
And
Vegas back in will
and
be
and we
huge.
had a town representative GP too. So I always got love for Seattle because they took a town boy and put him in the finals twice. And
Yeah,
he got a nickname and
you know
everything,
what
the
they do?
glove and
yeah,
everything. So
Yeah.
I always have love for Seattle for doing that. They made a Oakland dude a star, East Oakland at that. You feel me?
yeah.
So
I mean, that's a basketball town,
yeah,
man. They love it.
yeah,
They
That
love it.
yeah.
you know what I think that this Pascal Siakam did for these Pacers as well, though, as they gave him
What's
another
up?
dimension to score. Um, throughout
A
this
confident
season,
scorer too. Somebody who's not afraid of the
right
moment.
throughout this season,
Yeah,
they've been getting their points off a fast break and Halliburton throwing assists to the 3 point line, and they had like Halliburton penetrating or whatnot. But this Pascal Siakam is a dude you can throw to in a post,
Mm-hmm.
and he could actually make a move from the midi and get fouled
Mm-hmm.
more so than they've been doing.
And I think like with the moments like T Streets was saying with the play, like with the atmosphere being more playoffs, we seen them crumble in those and at the end actually they started to crumble. Pascal is somebody who can get them back. To me, he can probably bring them back in the huddle. Like, hey, calm down. You know what I'm saying? I know they on a 10-0 run right now, but everybody focus up. Like, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Get it right. Like, you feel me?
It's
We can't
it's gonna
like
be
slow
one
down.
ball. It's gonna be one ball, one sound in
Yep.
Indiana. Seriously,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Carlisle gonna lead the troops, but all all Pascal Siakam does is echo whatever Tyrese says.
Exactly.
So he gives him a voice, man. If Tyrese say, "Hey,
Yeah.
we slowing it down right now," everybody like speed it up, speed up.
Yeah.
All Siakam got to do is give him
Or
that
even
look,
if
like, "Hey,
he's
we
saying
good." Hmm
because but see, I'm gonna say this. It's gonna mostly be him. He has to become the leader. He's the champion. So a lot of
Gotta
these
remember
young
that.
dudes are gonna be looking to him
hmm
for
That
that,
experience.
that experience. So that's what he has to do when the team is on a 5-0 run, 10-0 run, and the youngsters is down on themselves. Hey, get it back. We ain't lost yet. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because
I've been here before.
a
I've
lot
been
of
here before.
moments I felt like when
There
the
you go.
Lakers got them and stuff like that in the tournament, it was because
Yeah,
of that. It was, those moments hit them and them youngsters didn't know how to handle it. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And Buddy ain't got to that point in his career yet because he's still trying to build his name. So he's still just on that
You're
level.
right.
Pascal, I done won a championship. I done been deep in the
I
playoffs more than once.
played in game
Look,
sevens. Yeah,
yeah. So he like, dude, I need y'all to relax. Everybody calm down, take a breath. We're gonna use this whole timeout, get a full timeout. Don't do no 20 seconds. Let's get a full timeout. Everybody chill. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get them back focused. So that's another thing about this trade that's gonna be, real good. Is that you have somebody who's older, who's have the experience, and can calm these youngsters down when the game get too much for them. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be a big thing. I think that's what they thought they was gonna get from Bruce. But
True.
Bruce came there to get paid and get the
Yeah.
numbers. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And you can tell by his
Plus,
attitude on
he was more of a
every
role player. Pascal's more of a star,
yeah,
a secondary star, a full star. It gives you
yeah.
that face of the
All
league style.
star, yeah, for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Something else I want to point out, he top 10 in fast break points in the league as well, Pascal Siakam. And
And
that
Indiana
fits so
fast.
well. Yeah. Yeah, Indiana is what?
Indiana fast.
Yeah.
They're averaging 121 points per game, most in NBA history right now. So if they add another guy that's top 10 in points and fast break with a guy
Yeah,
that averaged 12 assists,
yeah.
come
I
on,
That's a
man.
personally think
guaranteed three. I say that's a 3 more assists right there, guaranteed for sure.
Come
I
on,
personally
man.
think they give anybody problems outside of Boston. Boston, the only team that I think that's just too deep that has somebody at every position that you go find a matchup. But everybody
But
else, they match up well.
see the
Yeah.
thing is with Boston coming to that game sleeping on them and get slapped
A little bit.
in the
I
face.
think
They better be
they give them a game or
careful.
two. They give them a game or two by sneaking on them.
Yeah,
But with Drew at that point guard, actually defensive stopper at that
man,
point
that
guard
dude.
position makes a difference,
Man.
man.
That I don't care. I think Boston made at the end of the day. We were saying a lot of teams made the best moves in the off season. Boston
Boston made
made
the
the
best.
best
Boston made
moves
the best.
in the off season. And it's
They
playing
did.
out
Getting
just like
Drew
we
and
said.
Porzingis, man, that's just
Yeah, that
yeah,
was
Even better than
ridiculous. OD.
even better than Milwaukee and everything because the defense that Dame doesn't play,
fact,
Holiday plays. You know what I'm saying?
fact.
And Porzingis played.
And,
So
and Brown
if they got them
paid, so he
all
don't even care.
healthy, yeah, if they all healthy, yeah.
Yeah,
Boston is lethal, man. They
yeah.
made the best moves, I think.
It would
But
have
that's
been the
that
other way around for me
Boston
with
thing,
Milwaukee.
man. That's what they always do. Somehow, some way, at some part of the decade, Boston gets one of these teams.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way.
They get
Lakers
four
and
players,
Boston get one of
four
them
guaranteed players
teams.
who know their position.
Yeah, that'd be like, dude, how did they get all these dudes? Like, are you serious? Like, you feel me? They do it all the time, man. Like
It's the
honestly,
garden, man.
if Lynn Bias don't die, Celtics probably win the next 3-4 championships. Like people
They're going
don't know
another.
that. Like
They're going another
yeah,
7, 8, 10 run like they did in the
yeah,
80s, early
because
60s. Yeah,
this dude was killing everybody in college. Michael Jordan, all Patrick,
yeah,
everybody was dying to Lynn Bias in college,
yeah,
dude. He was killing everybody. Like you feel
yeah.
me? And they
I
got
agree.
him in the first pick. If they get him with Larry, it's over for the next 4-5 years, bro. It's over.
Yeah,
Like, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So the Celtics is they do this. You feel
They
me?
do what they do. Yeah, they do what they
Yeah,
do.
every 5-6 years the Celtics get one of them teams. You'd be like, how the hell?
Think
Yeah.
that
So
Yeah.
I really think that's the only team that Indiana can struggle against. Everybody else, they have a fighter's chance to win the actual series.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, with the East being open the way it is,
Mhm.
Embiid being a scary dude in the playoffs. You feel me?
It's
It's
true.
like,
It's true. He got
it can
something to
open
prove.
up for anybody. Like, he has to show me he got that dog. Because,
Yeah.
dude, he showed me he's a crybaby, and he showed me he can disappear when a moment is big. You feel
And
me?
and
So,
Milwaukee just better
look at
hope
the
they
picture.
don't get Indiana because they don't match up well at all with that team.
I
It's a shootout
I
every
need a
single
better
time.
picture of
yeah.
him doing this every playoff. Go ahead. Why go how? Actual Embiid every year.
Oh
Look,
man.
Shaka Zulu.
dude,
Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Shaka Zulu.
he died. Shaka Zulu died. Hey, that was
Hey,
Yo.
Thursday, January 25th, the starters for the All-Star are supposed to be announced. Okay, so they reverted back to the East versus West,
Hmm.
the All-Star mix-up.
I love it.
Yeah,
You love
yeah,
it? Yeah, I need opinions.
yeah.
I need opinions.
LeBron
I
won
love it.
too many of them with the
Well,
picking. Hey, we know he can
I,
handpick a team.
I'm an old
Bruh,
man, so I
CEO
love
LeBron.
tradition. I love tradition. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that that was the best format. People on their coast play on their coast. It made the rivalry better to me. It was like, look, we beat your whole coast, cuz.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
your whole
So
conference trash.
yeah,
Your whole
yeah, you feel me? So
conference
it
trash.
it put a little more stank on the shit talking when you say
Hmm.
I just whooped the whole coast. You know what I mean? Yes, I do like that idea. I think they should bring back the
The
original
original jersey.
Jersey teams.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, cuz I
yeah,
like when everybody wear their jersey of their team. I did like that. You know what I'm saying? I did like that.
yeah,
But they can bring it back to the old school East All Star. You know, when say East up here and then
yeah.
say All Star on the bottom with the
Facts.
number in the middle. The last one Jordan played in, I
Savage
did like
T.
that too. Yeah, and or they can bring the old school with the number. Remember the number
Yep.
with the star.
With the big
The
star in the
number was
For
in
the
the
big
middle with the
middle.
star.
star.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then the
yeah.
East
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
West. Those
yeah,
jerseys was fired. The Magic Johnson ones. I like those.
yeah.
Those was clean.
Facts.
Like,
I
Facts.
you know
wouldn't
what I'm saying? So they
mind
can
seeing
bring
that
those
again.
back then. Yeah, that was
I
like
was
iconic.
I know it got a lot of bad review, but I actually like the white jerseys versus the black jerseys that they did a couple of years ago
Yeah.
in the
It's
All
too
Star. I thought that
plain.
was dope.
It's too
I
plain. But because
thought it was
All Star is
dope.
like supposed to be like a American thing, so that's what made the colors like red, white, and blue. You know what I mean? Type thing. It's an All Star game representing all the countries and stuff. So that's why I think like the old school white and they shouldn't even do like white. They should do like blue and red. Like the Magic Johnson jerseys
Like it
were
was in the old
blue and
days. Yeah.
red.
The
Yeah,
ones Jordan them played in.
yeah, those with
Yeah.
the blue, and then the West wear the red with the star and the number in the middle of the star, and the East All Star on them. Ooh,
So,
those would be fire.
but I really think this year's All Star game is going to be interesting, especially choosing the All Stars,
Uh,
because you have a lot of teams right now who, like say, before a trade deadline come, who are kind of struggling at that 9 through 11 seed, but you got stars on those teams.
yeah,
Yeah,
So some
yeah,
people are going to be
yeah,
like LeBron and Steph are picked off name this
yeah,
year. You know, like to be honest,
yeah,
they got the
yeah.
stats, but they picked off names, bro. And so somebody's going to be missing out.
well, I
So speaking
mean,
of
it's a
that,
But
popularity contest. I don't care who's up there at the podium picking. If they do that style, they get a phone call. Look, these three dudes got to be on the team, regardless. You know what
I
I'm saying? Because it's just they gonna sell
fair,
tickets. I don't care if Steph Curry's averaging 10 points. He's on the team. You get it, LeBron? Get it?
I actually
You know what I'm
that's
saying? So
what
like
I really like the where they were doing the team captains and picking. It really reminded me of like
yeah,
schoolyard days, man. That
yeah,
shit
yeah,
was
yeah.
dope.
yeah.
You had a
So
pool of
speaking
players
of
and
that,
you're just fixing that pool.
The only
yeah,
thing that's messed up about it that you make 2 or 300 million and you the
and
last
you
pick.
the
That is like
last pick, and you was the MVP last year, but you the
James
last
Harden.
pick.
James
James,
Harden.
bro.
Yeah.
James Harden, that was
James
classic.
Harden.
That was
Uh,
dirty
bruh,
mackin.
bruh,
Cause
bruh.
see,
Everybody was laughing.
and you see all like the relationships and how they formed and
Bro,
who really mess with each other. That I
no,
thought that
Yeah,
was
LeBron
cold,
was
man.
like,
I
yeah,
liked
isn't
it.
he hurt? Isn't he hurt?
yeah, yeah. KD was pissed. KD was like, I'm not picking him, cuz at all. I'm not picking him.
I need a long player. KD like, yeah, I need more of a big man.
Did,
Not a
didn't
Yeah,
bitch. Excuse me, but
didn't
excuse me.
James stop playing? Didn't he pull his name out the All Star after that? Like didn't he fake an injury or
I
something?
would have,
he got hurt. Yeah, he got
bro.
hurt. He
If
got
you
hurt.
put me, if you
Yeah, he
make
got
me viral
hurt.
because you didn't pick me, I'm pulling my name out the hat too. God damn
Yeah,
it, you
G.
ain't.
Yeah, G. I don't even want to play. I
So,
don't even want to play.
so on that note,
I'm
though, somebody
good.
like Pascal who just got traded though, like he had some numbers in Toronto that was up, but is
Uh,
he an all star for the team that he's gonna be on? Like we're gonna see a few games in between now and then,
Hmm.
but does he make the all star team? Like it's gonna
Not
be
a
tough.
starter. Okay, so we're gonna do the starters today. So if we're talking about
Okay,
starters, no,
Yeah, who?
okay,
maybe reserve. He might make injury reserve just because of the trade type
interesting.
dude.
So who the
I think
five?
that's what.
Who the five on East and West that we rolling with? Since they go back
Okay,
to the old
so
school style, who the five we
I,
rolling with?
I'm rolling with the East this year, and he's gonna roll with the West. Please,
as
Okay.
far as
please
picking.
feel,
I'll
please
be
feel
impartial
free.
and just judge between.
Yeah,
There you go.
please feel free to, drop some lugs if you need to. So, bruh, we gonna do it.
All right,
Go
cool. Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Age
So I'm gonna.
before beauty. So you go ahead and go first, brother.
So look.
Nah, I'll go
Uh,
first. I'm the OG, man. I'll go
you
first. I'll go
you
first.
want to go first?
Okay, we're gonna start centers. We're gonna do it center, power forward, small forward, shooting guard, point guard.
PG. Okay. Center
All
to
right.
PG.
Okay, so center for the East, of course, no brainer. Embiid.
And beat, of course.
Agreed.
Uh,
Now,
Agreed.
now look. So you got to understand in All-Star games, right? Certain people don't play well in All-Star games. They more so.
don't be trying to get all
I'm
technical. You gonna make some weird
I'm
pick. Go
just
ahead.
saying
I
because
feel a weird pick coming. Go ahead.
it gets kind of controversial with this stuff.
I
Like
know my brother.
like Jokic got the most picks. I mean, got the most votes
He's gonna say
in the
Wemby.
West for the big man. But historically, in All-Star games,
Hey,
that's why he was picked last. Last time they did this because he don't perform well in All-Star games. So, like for me, I'm not picking
I know.
Jokic. Like I know everybody,
I know. He's
I
gonna
know
pick
everybody
Wemby.
would want. That's how it's supposed to go, and he is the best big man in the West, probably in the game. But I'm actually gonna go Anthony Davis.
really?
Street clothes?
Really?
I'm going straight to
For
the
the and for the
All-Star
center?
Wemby
in the
And for the
All-Star
center,
game
not
over
the power
Wemby?
forward, for the center.
for the center
Okay.
Wow.
in the All-Star game.
Okay.
Wow.
In the
Okay. Yeah,
All-Star game.
I'll be honest. I don't even think Wemby makes the All-Star game, but that's just another
No,
story for another day. I
he's
don't know.
gonna make it all pure popularity. He's gonna make it.
I mean,
If it's reserved,
if it's
maybe.
fan vote, yeah. If it's fan vote, possibly.
Yeah, and
Mm.
in the reserves, maybe. Um,
Yeah.
who your power
Okay.
forward, bro?
So you're going, damn, AD at the center. That's
Okay.
Going
I don't know.
AD at
I
the
might have
center.
to might
My
have to go
five
Yoke, but
is
I'll
pretty much easy.
It is.
Power forward.
The East is real easy.
yeah, yeah.
Power forward. We already know who is going. The Greek freak himself, Giannis.
Yeah,
That's my power.
of course.
Agreed.
And
Agreed.
at the power forward, I'm actually going to go Kevin Durant.
Mm.
I'm going Kevin Durant at the power forward.
Man, that West is gonna be tough. That West is gonna be tough.
going nostalgia. That's
Yeah.
barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
That is barbecue chicken. Okay.
Yeah.
Giannis is finna
In an
eat
All-Star
dudes
game, I
alive.
get
In the
in
All-Star
a
game.
real game, yeah. In a real game, but in the All-Star game, you sure about that?
Have you seen Giannis the last couple? Anyway. All right. Small forward.
Three.
JT. We already know. The big Boston Green guy himself, Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Okay.
Good
Agreed.
pick.
Agreed.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
He deserves it. He
Okay.
deserves it. He deserves it.
Hey, bro. Hey, Brian is swinging like Cuba Gooden right now at the wall. You said that.
Wow.
You did it to Brian, yo. He's swinging.
He gonna play point guard.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I feel that's what's coming. I feel that's what's coming.
I
feel that's what's
know my
coming.
little brother.
So,
I know my little brother.
so the only small man he gonna have on that court is Steph. I feel it. Okay. So the threes are good. So that too.
Hold on. So out of the picks I saw, Jan, bring up the list. Who was the top five shooting guard? I can't bring it up.
At the East. Top five East backcourt. Tyrese Halliburton,
Maxey,
Young, Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, and Tyrese Maxey are the top five getters.
I'm gonna go with the exciting youngster from Philly, man. We gonna go Maxey at the small.
Oh, I can't wait to see your point guard. I'll give you Maxey. I can't wait to see your point guard because of that pick. I can't wait to see your point guard. Hold up. I'll let you hold it till you go with the two. But that PG gonna be real interesting for you.
You already know.
So look again.
Here we go. We got
these are names over numbers.
In a real game, during light season, I would be picking Luka Doncic, but I'm not going to pick him here because he don't perform well in
Are
the
you
All
going
Star
Devin Booker?
game.
Are you going Devin Booker? Oh,
I'm going with Shea Gilgeous
Oh,
Alexander.
okay, okay,
Shea
that's a
Gilgeous
good
okay.
matchup though.
Alexander.
Yo,
Maxie, Maxie and
both of y'all
Gilchrist.
point guards about to be interesting. Both of y'all point because that means somebody got to sit and gonna be pissed about being a reserve. But okay,
Uh,
okay,
man,
okay.
All-Star game where defense don't matter.
Where defense don't matter.
Town
Defense
business,
on that.
man.
Oh, let's go.
Dame Lillard.
Okay.
Oh, let's go.
Let's
I'm messing with
go.
it.
So Tyrese Halliburton got to sit. He a
Ooh,
reserve.
Yeah, but
ooh,
he a youngster.
ooh.
Oh
He a youngster.
man, he got
Dame
these 2020 games, man.
Dame
He damn near
Dame
MVP
is
early on
shooting from the
MVP.
half court. We're talking about an
Man,
all-star game where
this
we're
man the
just
all star
having
all
fun.
stars right
I
now.
know, but we're not talking about 10 assists or none of that.
Okay,
We're talking
okay.
about points. We're talking about people who can put up points. And once that man passed half court, he's a
He pulling.
threat.
He pulling.
If he miss it, I got three of the tallest dudes on earth to grab his rebound. You know what I'm saying?
So
Ain't nobody
the
gonna
drama
out
on your
rebound
side,
me.
the drama on your side is starting Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah,
Like starting Maxey and
yeah.
not
See,
starting Halliburton is
now,
gonna be an issue.
let me tell you why I'm starting Maxi. Somebody got to run that fast break. He is probably the fastest dude in the league with the ball right now. You put him
Okay.
on a fast break with Giannis on this side and Embiid on this
Embiid.
side. Them balls is Alex. We just
Okay.
throwing it up. We just throwing it up. And then if you get in the way, he can pull up and pull that. He can do the midi to three. You know what I'm saying? So then
I still have to
you
put
can stop
Halliburton
him.
in there, but that's a good one.
So
I still have to go Halliburton, I
you
think,
know
man.
you gotta. We once again we're all-star setting. We're not running. We're not running
Actual
plays.
game.
You know what I'm saying, or none of that. We're having fun. So when you got that speed and you got the shooting on there in there, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Okay. So
Who your PG
I
on the
know
West? It's
again,
gonna be drama. It's gonna be drama.
If it ain't
again,
Steph,
again,
I'm finna
again,
turn
Yeah,
this live
again,
off. I
you got to
swear.
again.
turn
This
it
is
off
a
because
the
it can't
All
be.
Star
If
game.
Steph,
This is the
I'm
All Star game,
turning
right?
this
All
live
star
So
game.
off.
I
Don't
know,
make me
I know, I
push the button.
know,
I'm gonna push
I
the
know,
button if
folks
you don't say
who want
Steph.
me to.
I mean, you
I
got
know,
Bron,
folks who
Fox.
want me to pick Bron,
Oh
right? I know they want
my!
me to. I know they want me to.
Don't
You
But
say you're going
no, give me
Steph.
Steph
Don't say
Bron
you're
Curry.
going Steph.
pick?
Don't say you're going
Yo!
Steph.
Give me
Bron can't come off the
Steph
pile.
Curry, man.
Uh,
Bron.
So
uh,
so over De'Aaron Fox too though.
Oh,
oh,
The year Fox been
Steph,
having.
over,
Steph is an all-star show, but
over
I don't know.
But so
Fox.
hey, I don't know if I mean not Steph, but I don't know if Fox or Kawhi would get that start of any of these boys with Bron and Steph out there. But
Yeah, Kawhi ain't
man,
starting over LeBron.
and then Devin Booker all coming off the pine too. That's
Because
oof.
y'all trying to win the game. That's why he
That,
putting people in there that he think gonna win the
that's
game.
going
Yeah,
to
you
make
see, he got
shots.
defensive players and
Yeah,
stuff
he
like
want
that.
Kawhi for defense. He want Kawhi for defense. So that's it.
Nobody played defense. Not even Kawhi. If you ain't watched the last couple of Kawhi's All-Star games, he ain't playing no
He wasn't
defense.
playing no defense. However, he was hitting that three ball like a mofo
So
last All Star game. He almost won
Yeah,
MVP.
so
and
If
he is
like
like 50,
so
40, 90 or something right now. Yeah.
standings don't matter anymore. Is what people are saying. I think because we're saying we
Well,
only got
top five,
one
yeah.
player on both sides that is leading their conference at all, and that's Jason Tatum. Like nobody picked
right,
anybody from the Timberwolves at all. No, and nobody did probably come off the bench. And then from the Celtics, I mean, you can go Drew, you can kind of put Jaylen Brown in it, but it seems like they're gonna be bench players and not choosing at all either.
Well,
Like the All
All
Stars
Star
about to
is
be
a
weird.
if you being
it is.
realistic, All Star is a popularity contest. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
about who does what and stuff like that. It's who's the player that people like. So we're basing it off people that really play ball. Of course, we're gonna make those picks. You know what I mean? But if we're being realistic on what the All-Star game is basically a popularity contest.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's why
Who the
somebody like
biggest
Brian
star?
probably gonna start off of
And
his
that's what
name.
I mean. That's what
Brian's
I'm
not a
saying.
starter this
Look,
year.
Because so
Bron's gonna start it again.
realistically, Jan is picking the squad that he would like to see on the court. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pick towards what I think will actually happen in the All-Star game.
But what
You know what I mean?
actually happened?
Yeah, with the
With the
picks and
standings
popularity.
and numbers and
But
stats so far.
people love Maxey. You know what I'm saying? For lack of better words, he's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's always got a smile on his court, a smile. He always has a smile on the court. He's always excited to play. Fans
This is why
love
I
and flock
get
to him.
confused at though. That's why I
And
get confused at is
wait,
All-Star or current chosen, like current year stats, or are we picking off careers? Like I think some people
well,
will get
I'm
chosen
not
off
picking
careers,
stats. We
like
talk once
Steph.
again.
Like Steph.
We're talking popularity.
Hmm.
Steph is one of the most popular
Popular, he will break
popularist
faces, the kids
person.
coming.
You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So Steph is going to start just like LeBron. LeBron gets off him being so popular. He's going to start off of that. You know what I mean? So we're going popularity and plus Phillies in second place or something like that. They're a top team. A lot of times they like to put two players from the same team that are winning the most in the starting lineup or in the team, like kind of like how they did the Celtics where they had Paul, Rondo, and KG on the team.
Hmm.
So I'm expecting Maxey to make the All-Star team in some shape, form, or fashion. But for me, he's starting because of the fact that the excitement he brings, how fast he moves, stuff
That's what's
like
funny.
that. And those are all things that that's what people
That's
love
what's
to
funny
see
in
in the
the West
All-Star
though.
game.
With Jan, bro, I really think the West what's gonna happen is you gonna have Ant who will get to start the two most likely, and Shea will be the one. Just because of where their teams are, what they've been doing this season. I was
Yeah.
like
And,
Steps might have to come off the bench for the first
Nah,
time. You know?
Anthony is a
look,
top 5 popular player, like straight up, to be
look,
real.
look,
Yeah.
The
look.
dude,
So
actor, all the stuff.
And Shea will have
y'all
all
gotta
of Canada
remember,
vote for him.
y'all got, y'all gotta remember that the starters and the starters alone, 50% of that vote is based off, or of that
Fan
pick
vote.
is based off the fan vote, right?
Hmm.
So in the West, actually, who's going to be the starters? It's going to be a toss up between Steph and SGA, depending on the player, vote and the media vote. But the fans got Luka and Steph starting, and
Yep.
then
So
they got Jokic, LeBron, and Kevin Durant starting. And then in the East, they actually got Halliburton and Trey Young starting in the backcourt.
wow. Trey Young is crazy
Just based off of
Yeah.
crazy.
this is based off of fan vote. And then as far as their front court, they got, of course, Giannis Embiid and Jason Tatum, just based off of fan vote. So um the now when we get to the reserves, now that's heavily there's no fan vote, when it comes to reserves. That's just coaches, media, and players. So
Okay.
we're
But
gonna
see,
see it.
that has a little something to it too, because the coaches get that phone call too. Look,
Quick.
the Aaron Fox has got to make it.
Yeah.
You got to
Hey,
make it.
hey,
You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna get that phone call. Like, they might the first 3 or 4 picks on the bench, they're getting a phone call. Hey, this
Quick
dude got to
question to
make it.
both J
This
Downs
dude got
and
to make it.
Yano. Quick
what
question
up?
to both y'all brothers, man. Who y'all believe each is going to be the biggest snub this year?
Uh,
Shea Gilgers.
You think Shea gets snubbed?
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh, you talking about on the All-Star team? Oh,
Yeah, an all-star
you talking about
team on the team.
MVP?
On the team.
All-Star team. Mm. I don't think he's going to be any snubs. I think that the team is pretty much locked. I
Okay.
think the teams are. I think when you look at the list of the teams and the possibles,
So we can
there's
call
really
15
no
out on
snubs.
both sides, no problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
nah,
yeah. I
it's gonna be a problem.
think
It could be a
Darian
snub. It could
Fox
be a
is gonna
snub.
be in the West.
You think
Dar-
Fox
over
gets snubbed?
I think
by
Darian Fox
who?
is gonna get snubbed in the
By
West.
who?
I don't think he's gonna
By
make
who?
it. I don't
By
think he's
by
gonna make
uh,
it.
by Luca, by Steph,
And by
Shea,
so
and Ant.
No,
Yeah.
and
but how?
Lillard.
But who's going to get picked over him. It's
those four for sure.
Only backup point guard you can have is De'Aaron. Who else?
I don't know.
They're
I
gonna.
don't know. I think
That's why since you don't know, I'm telling you.
where do you put
where
do you put Booker at though? Where do you put Booker? Because he's playing point for the Suns.
But he didn't play. He ain't played the whole season.
He
hasn't even made.
He played enough games to register.
Yeah, but he hasn't played the games that De'Aaron has played, and he hasn't caused the effect.
And that's what that's called
the
snub.
I know. I understand. I understand what you're saying, but once again, small market team. We need all teams to shine. He's on a smaller market team. He's a great player. He's going on the team. Whether he's the third, whether he's a third point guard, second point guard. When you a small, see, NBA is also about trying to shed light on teams that don't have light. When you got a player that is good as De'Aaron, and okay, never mind, take that back.
So do any of my Pelicans make it?
We still got Jamal.
Jamal Murray, but he hasn't played that many games this season either.
But see, he played just about as many games as Devin.
As Booker. That's what I'm saying. So one of them two will be snubbed.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be Devin or Jamal. But De'Aaron is going based on where he's at demographically and how good. And he's a popular player. People love De'Aaron.
By position, Zion makes it, but do B.I. make it?
No, hell no.
Ooh, that's a snub.
That's a snub, man. That's a snub. That team at 5.
B.I. is a snub because Luka can play shooting guard and small forward, so they're going to squeeze him somewhere in there like that.
Squeeze him at the 2, which is going to be hard because you got Ant, you got him.
That's why B.I. is going to be snubbed because if Ant and Luka make the team, they're going to make Luka small.
Would this be the first year the Warriors only get one player? Like it won't be Clay, it won't be Draymond, it's just going to be Steph?
For sure.
For sure. That's not even a thought.
Yo. That's why those guys going out of Golden State right now because like their careers are going to take them dips, man.
Yeah, but I mean, that's their fault. That's Clay's fault. That's Draymond's fault for not being a part of the season, but his antics, yeah.
You know what?
Yo, you say Zion gets snubbed, Jay? No, dude. No, ain't no way, bro.
The fact that Zion's been on the court, he's making it.
He gonna make it at the 4. He gonna make it at the 4 because who are the 4s in the West? If AD gonna be at the 5, who the 4?
Man, I don't know though. Whatchamacallit, Aaron Gordon? That's a snub.
Over Zion?
No, I said it
over Zion.
Snub. Well, I'm talking about. We're talking about.
Maybe Chet. Maybe Chet gets snubbed this year.
I'm talking about body of work. You know what I'm saying?
So Chet Holmgren gets snubbed. Chet Holmgren gets snubbed this year.
Yeah, because Wemby gonna take his spot.
He's a rookie.
Yeah.
Wemby gonna take his spot.
But look what he's doing to that rookie spot, man. Him and Stree they carrying OKC.
Y'all gonna be shocked. Wemby gonna start.
No.
Yes, popularity vote. I'm telling you.
Hey, I can't see that.
You know who? You know who gets snubbed?
Who that?
Over in the West, Jalen Williams from OKC.
Oh yeah.
He's not. He don't have. He's not a personality guy. We talking about All-Star also represents personality, likable people. And stuff like that too.
When it comes to the
look how many people were naming in the West, man.
The reserves is just players, media, and coaches. That's the only votes that count for the reserves. So it's not about popularity.
Does Paul George make the team on the bench? Reserve?
I think so.
Let me help you understand. This ain't about who's doing what. It's about selling tickets, bruh. We want all stars on this team. The dudes with personality and stuff. We do not need the Dennis Rodman and the hustle guys. It's not going to be that guy.
If Mike Conley made an All-Star team as a reserve,
No,
then Jalen Williams should have
but he was an injury. But
huh?
he was because of injury
Yeah,
though.
yeah, he
What
was
I'm
filling. He
saying,
was
he's not
filling.
a personality
He
like that.
wasn't like a pure just straight up they picked him.
Yeah.
You know who else I think can get snubbed though in the East? Paulo Banchero.
Oh
Once
yeah,
again,
yeah.
Paulo
once
Banchero.
once again. I mean, you never know. He can be one of the fill-in dudes. You never
I'm
know.
just these are
One of these dudes might get their feelings hurt and be like, since I'm a reserve, I don't want to play. I'm injured. All of a sudden, my pinky finger hurt, and then Paulo might just come and take that
it,
spot.
it might be that. It might be that, but like I'm just like off the initial picks
I
for
forgot
the
about
reserve.
Jalen Brunson too.
I'm about to say Jalen Brunson gotta be a pick. Yeah, he gonna have to start.
I forgot
Most
about
likely.
Jalen
I don't know.
Brunson.
It'll be between him and Halliburton. Yeah,
I
And
forgot about
Tyrese
they got a
Maxey
guard problem.
might be a snub.
They got a
Jalen
guard
might be
problem in the East.
Jalen
They got
might
a
be
guard problem in the East because the
They
East don't
do
have
got to go
the
from
East.
yeah,
Big men are chosen.
for sure,
Yeah,
for
big
sure.
men easy out there.
They definitely.
It's just the
Cause
guards
they
they're gonna
got
have an
Donovan,
issue.
because you got Donovan out there too. You can't forget
Mm-hmm.
about
Donovan
Donovan.
Mitchell. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
LaMelo
saying?
Ball.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
they got a bunch of guards in the East.
yeah.
Like somebody gonna be at home pissed. Somebody gonna
Somebody.
Facts.
be
But look, hey,
somebody gonna be in the stands watching the game.
Mm.
But
we
yeah,
made this out. We a little bit
Oh,
over
but
actually.
damn. Oh yeah.
well,
But before I let y'all
yeah,
go, man, who y'all picks for the games today?
football.
Yeah.
I got Kansas City, and I'm gonna do it. I got the Buccaneers.
Oh, you going Baker? You going Baker?
I,
What about you,
I
man?
like Baker's swag, bro. Baker remind me of a black dude.
Taking back to his Oklahoma days, huh?
Yeah, I like his swag, bro. Anytime you can come and put the stick down in somebody else's house and you the quarterback, you the
Yeah,
G. I don't
yeah.
care, man.
um,
That's some black people stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
hey, forget Baker, man. I'm going to D. Like that.
Yeah,
That whole
I'm
I
going
want to
city.
see.
Lions in Kansas City.
I
Detroit.
Yeah,
want to see Detroit win. Don't get me wrong, but I think that the moment would be bigger for golf than it would be for Baker.
Lions in Kansas
Yeah.
City, and I think it's Lamar year, man. I think Lamar win it all, bro.
I
Finally.
hope so. I hope so. That's what I'm putting
I
for
mean, they got to
Lamar.
play Buffalo first, so that's what I was picking
Oh,
for the
you
division.
think? Well, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I think Lamar still beats Mahomes.
Oh, but no,
I
but
think.
you talking about overall Super
Yeah,
Bowl?
yeah.
I got Ravens Niners Super
Okay,
Bowl.
okay. I like that. I like that.
I want to see a
I
Ravens
The
think
Niners
old
Super
Harbaugh
Bowl.
ball.
I got
Same.
Ravens winning by 3 points Super Bowl.
Okay, okay.
And it's a toss up for me on this KC Bills game. I want, but I do want to see Patty Mahomes win, so I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Okay.
Okay. I
Well,
think we're in
man,
agreement except the Bucks. But yeah.
well, I got to be the different dude. You know what I'm saying? And don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. Well, we just left it on the court. I would like to thank everyone that joined the live for joining the live. Also, do not forget to go on TikTok. We're on our road to 1,000. We almost there. We halfway there, literally. We have 500 and some change. So please go on TikTok and add yourself as a friend to our list. We will follow you back. Also, I would like to thank the homie T
Hey,
for showing up, man. Your insight is always great, man. We love to have you on the show again later on in the season. You know what I'm saying?
Always
Especially
pleasure,
around playoff.
man.
Especially around playoff times. We're gonna need that good insight, man. You always be a great interview. So thanks again for showing up. Well, I also want to thank my bruh, you know what I'm saying, for setting up the questions and doing everything like you're supposed to. But until next Saturday, so we had to do it Sunday because of the playoffs, but we'll be back on our regular schedule next week, hopefully, because it'll only be one game. So, once again, thanks for showing up, for leaving on the court. That was
Man,
game, man.
and
that
that's
was game.
game, man. Appreciate y'all, fellas. Much love,
All right.
man.
All right, fam.
All right.